Well, greetings, everyone. Hello, hello, wherever you're watching this from, whatever dimension, this life, past life, future lives, this dimension, all dimensions. You are all welcome to this broadcast. You are in Sanctuary, the Desert Heart Sanctuary of Joan of Angels, and I'm so honored to invite you in and to share the work that we're doing over here, which is very, very exciting, and to also open up to you tonight a little bit about the miracle messengers, the masters of miracles, and how they come to us and love to work with us to actually achieve that which we came here to do. And so all of the work that I do is somehow related to this one concept of how do we align ourselves from top to bottom, inside out, so that we can come out fully, use our gifts, really master them, and be that who we came here to be this life, to live our purpose, to overcome the challenges, to really master those skills, and to give the best gifts that we have this lifetime. And so in doing this series, this 44 Days of Awakening, so I'm also welcoming you to the 44 Days of Awakening to Miracles, because this is truly a new time energetically. 2018 is actually a very, very powerful portal time. And if you've been listening to any of the broadcasts, you'll know that we've been talking about going through the portal of the 11, because 2018 numerologically stands up to become an 11. 11 is a master number, and it's made up of two pillars of strength. These are selenite wands, but number 11, these masters, these are pillars. They represent personal power, really stepping into our personal power, resonating with it, knowing why, not always knowing why we're here, but knowing that we are here for a purpose, and that if we just listen, it will all unfold. And so Awakening to Miracles 2018 goes along with the new card deck, and I hope that you all get this deck. It's a beautiful deck, Miracle Messages, and each card has a different message. And these messages are tools, oracle tools, to use to gain clarity, to gain wisdom and insight, to sometimes feel comforted that you actually received a message that confirms or gives you a clue as to the next direction. So these are all good things. And so I was told by my masters, they said, Joan, it's time for you to get them out. So kindly do a series with all the messages. So there's 44 different either angelic beings or portals, like you see right here. Now, this painting on, I don't know which side it shows up for you, but this painting here is called The Pathway to Heaven. And when I painted it, I was really seriously, and this happens to me a lot, thinking about, well, how am I going to get to heaven? Like, what does it look like? And before you know it, the paint, how do I describe it? The feeling comes through to me. And I take the brush and I start to play. It's really very challenging because I don't always know what I'm painting. I'm just listening. And then it unfolds. Like I didn't expect it to unfold this way. So notice in the painting, because there's a few things that we're going to talk about. Well, what tools do we need on our path to heaven? So the card that we're discussing is the 7th card in the deck, and it is called Heaven's Path. Oh, well, I have it right there for you. And what does the card mean? The way is clear, time to move, follow the signs. Well, yes, okay, well, that's very interesting. How do we know? I'm going to remove the card for a minute because I really want you to see the painting, because I think it's where the juice is. So how do you know, number one, that you're ready to like really walk on this pathway to heaven? And what does it feel like? And notice that on the tall angel there's a very, very beautiful wand that's really coming out of her arm, going down, 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 grounding into the center of the earth, lighting her way. Now, oftentimes I teach, and I'm going to remind again that we want to send our roots down to the center of the earth, and we want to attach or see our antenna more or less on the top of our head, going up to the heavens, really stretching and elongating us, and then breathing in. But mastery. So what are the keys and the guidelines to really get on this pathway to heaven? Because I do tell people often that my job is to get you to that doorway, which is all the way in there. And how do we get there? Well, we get there, loved ones, by doing processes, procedures, mantras, rituals, things that change our vibration from the earthly three-dimensional realm. Just a message to really claim that. And walking to a fifth dimensional and above realm. And so it's really about using certain shamanic oracle tools. So today I was at a luncheon, and it was actually a beautiful luncheon, but it was a little intense. Most people there were people who worked in the recovery field, which is very, I think, 3D. Yes, a lot of hard things that go down, and these are beginners. I call them undercover angels, all right? Because they are. And any of us start off life with undercover angels because life is so challenging that we actually don't really know who we are, and we're learning. We're just like angels in training. That's the actual word I wanted to use. Many of us are undercover angels in our workplace or in our life, our relationships, and our family. But those who suffer from very serious addiction problems, I like to call them angels in training, okay? Because we are, we come down here, we have a mission, we have a purpose, even if we are not in alignment with it, and we could be a young soul, a middle soul, or an old soul. So some of that isn't so important, but one of the discussions that I had with someone today was this issue of the fact that she was psychic and clairvoyant growing up, felt the presence of angels and guides right by her side, but she was in a Christian family. She wasn't allowed to speak about it. And so instead, she had to internalize it and literally shut off her intuitive voice, the side of us that knows, that hears and receives messages. So she shut down and became an alcoholic and a drug addict. She was a young, gorgeous girl, 23, absolutely stunning. And she's rebuilding her life now and taking what she's learned in recovery, taking it back out around, because her mission was always of service. But her gifts were humiliated. They made fun of them. They did what they do to so many of us. They shame us with the things that are our natural, intuitive side. So part of the job is to say, okay, how do we raise our frequency? Because when we raise our frequency, then we are able to walk closer in alignment to where we're going and with the angelic way. And we're able to hear the messages much more profoundly. And so that gives us arrows on the pathway so we have more clarity for the next step. So, a couple of years ago, I had said, okay, I'm going to start doing readings in public. I didn't trust my ability because I thought I was good at it only because I knew the people. So I forced myself to read for strangers. And I booked 4 readings in a row at my friend's home. She was a masseuse. She opened up her beautiful little sanctuary for me, and some of her friends came for readings. I was terrified. Okay? I was sure that they know that maybe I was faking it till I make it, right? And I'm having a panic attack in the car. What am I going to do? And suddenly right in front of me is a van that goes Angel Maids. Now, it could have been any kind of maid, but no, it was Angel Maid. Why? Because my angel found a way to encourage and remind me that it wasn't me really doing the reading. I didn't have to worry about whether or not I could tune into them, that they would be giving me the information. And more or less, that is what happens when I do these programs. I paint these beautiful beings. I do hear some of their messages, and when I did these cards, a lot of their messages came through me on your way is clear. Well, what does that mean, your way is clear? Well, in my case, they say, Joan, when you speak, we'll give you the answers. And I have to move forward fearlessly, trusting that even when I do a video like this, the answers will just come through. Or when I'm in a huge stage with a large audience, I have to take a deep breath and just go, okay, we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. And that is the attitude of walking the pathway to heaven. Also, it's the attitude, excuse me, of letting go of that which no longer serves. So when we walk this pathway to heaven, you got to know that you can't take a suitcase with you. You cannot take your problems from earth with you. You can't take all the people that hung on to you. You can't take your spouse, your dog, your cat, your art, okay? You're on your own. You're on your own. But what you can take with you is the heart. You know, that's what you have, that heart that's leading you on your way. And so we want to let go of all of our ties to the earthly realms, anything that keeps us bound. I had met another gentleman at this meeting today. He was a beautiful soul. And he has a huge mission of doing sessions for people in recovery. And I could see that he really did have an image of himself as a superhero. And I kind of saw him as this superhero, and we started talking about it. And I said, but you know, you're allowed to, well, I said, the first thing I see on your superhero cape is that there's little alcoves on it where people have sat in it. In fact, they're sitting there right now. It's so comfortable being taken care of you that they have no intention of getting off your superhero cape. So part of your essence is life is to learn how to be of service, but to let go of and not carry everyone else's weight. So I gave him permission. I actually helped him visualize his super being cape that he can hang up after the day at his center. And then second step, okay? See, these are all steps to do. You do them, you can do them in the morning, you can do them at work, but it's important to do them to raise this vibratory frequency. All right, so what's the second thing? So I looked at his energetic field, and it's like he gets into the car and he's like this, you know, I could feel it. So what was it? The suggestion that came through was he needed to clear the energy in the car. He needed to have stones in it. Well, it turns out it was a car, I guess he had with his last partner, so he has to get rid of the car. But what he got was the frequency of the car. So one of the things about walking our pathway to ascension, walking our pathway to miracles, attracting, is to clear the luggage, clear the weight up. Now, the same thing happens when you go into your home. Do you clear the energy in your home? In fact, if you had particularly rough days at work, do you clear your energy before you get in the door? Because if your home is your sanctuary, like this is my sanctuary, this is where I paint going to heaven, then if I take all of my problems and I bring them into the house while I'm painting, what am I going to be infusing the art with? Except with the challenges of getting on this pathway, all right? Because that's what happens. So I'm describing ways of really dropping the heaviness. And so nothing wrong with having a crystal in the car, you know, crystals that clear heavy negative energies and frequencies. Or I do have friends that have some of the car angels. So last year I created a series of dashboard angels because they do clear the energy. So guys, when we pull a card like this, the message is really about our pathway being clear. That there's no more obstacles in our path. So in order to get even in this painting, all right, to get to the foothill of that portal, You will have had to drop your luggage. In other words, all your problems, your psychic chains, all your grievances, all your anger, your lack of compassion for yourself, let alone for others. You'd have to drop your fear or your victim stance. It's like anything that really lowers our frequency. And what do I mean by that? Well, energy has to do with what range of emotional tone and scale you're in. If you're in the range of depression, then if we were to look at your energy on a scale of 1 to 10, say, on the left is 0, on the right is 10, your energy when you're in the range of depression, anger, hopelessness, these all like range in this lower frequency. There's no juice to it. And it's not until we start to get to courage and then confidence that we start to, in self-esteem, and we start to raise our frequency. And honestly, you can tell, or I can tell, and I think many of you can, when a person is severely depressed in our energetic field. We can look and feel they're flat. Just like you can feel someone who just radiates at the highest of levels. So we're working to really start this process of fluffing our wings, energetically claiming our space, our personal power, our personal power, and this is really important, that we have grounding, that we have a spine, that we can really feel energetics of walking through, walking towards, leaving something behind. So putting the card up a minute, again, you can see that when you're sitting there and you're doing your meditation and you're asking Spirit, well, how am I doing? You know, give me a message for my day. Let's move this so you can see for a second. There. That's better. Okay. So when you're asking Spirit to show me the way, give me the answer, what is it that my guides want me to know today? Because these are the questions that I ask when we pull this card. And it's often when we might hit a crossroad or we're not exactly sure, you know, maybe you're considering two different options. Your way is clear. Time to move forward. Follow the signs. So follow the signs. Heck, I was doing a reading last night here, and every time something profound was said, her cell phone binged. It didn't bing, except for a couple of times, but something profound that, like, it was memorable. Bing! Or you will drive down the street and see the sign, the angel, or you will get a bird song suddenly, you know, they'll start tweeting right outside, or the wind, some way of Spirit signaling. Last year I was with my son, and we were talking about my mother, his grandmother, who he has never met. And the next thing we know, the overhead light in the bedroom starts flickering. Well, you know, I didn't think anything of it because I'm never in his bedroom. I live down south, he's up there. And he says, oh my God, Mom, that light never flickers. Grandma is here. Your mother is here. So these are signs. So follow the path. That means that your guides are right with you. That means that they're walking by your side. And it also means that as long as you are listening, they will walk with you. You are not alone. They will really help light up your way. And that beautiful, let's give it a little bit more room here, but that beautiful, you can see that right here, it lights up. I don't know if you can actually see that, but I can, but the wand that really lights up the pathway and all the little ones. And you see the angel that's literally approaching the gate. Today, beloveds, we want you to feel that energy as if it was you approaching the gates of heaven. That you have let go of all that doesn't serve you. That you've done some of the work of shifting your energetic frequency, so that when we look at your energy right now, we say, okay, show us on a scale of 1 to 10. We ask that you, no matter at what energetic level you might find yourself, if you're at a 3 or a 4 or a 5, just take a deep breath in with us and breathe out and send your roots down to the center of the earth. Let go of fear, let go of judgment. And meanwhile, breathing in this energy and feeling the expansion as the angels start to come in and they start to raise our frequency. So no matter where you are on this scale, it might go from a 3 to a 4 to a 5 to a 7 to an 8 to a 9 and 10. And even if you have to literally put it, that clock hand to that 10 and clip it with angel wings, sort of like energetically, you have this thing here, so you want to clip it right here. And that's how a good way to go into this visualization. And so the guides, the angels, are showing me some images that are very, very beautiful. And so on this pathway to heaven, tell me that we do not wear our street clothes. No, we don't wear our shorts. We wear angel wear. We wear celestial wear, even if this is our meditation. And we start to envision that we're going to be walking with angels and on our angel path. And really just feeling a sort of shift in your own energy so that you find yourself clothed in the most beautiful of garments. Garments that are lush, garments that are silky, that have this feel, that has such divine feel to it, and translucent colors. And as you feel it wrapped around your body, you can just feel that it has such light energy that it literally, well, in a way it fans you, but it literally spreads those wings and starts to lift you up, all the way up. And noticing as you look down at your feet that those shoes have changed to slippers with wings on either side and with gold and jewels encrusted all along the shoe and beautiful angel wings. And they start to lift you, lifting you up, 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 up into, they're showing me this most beautiful stairway. So they're going to take us up to heaven today along this angel pathway. And so, beloveds, walking with us, using that beautiful magic wand as a cane, as an ally, as you walk up, it's a staff. As you walk up each step, it helps to take you and ground you in, and you feel the flowing of the garments that you are wearing, and they are around you. And with each step, you notice that you feel lighter and lighter. And each step seems to be an infinity of time, a delicate movement up to the next level. And you place the next foot next to this one. And you look around, and lo and behold, you see down below the path. You see how far you have come. And you see along that pathway down those stairs all the luggage you left behind. Where you left behind the fear, the anger, the loneliness, the doubt. insecurity strewn across those stairways down there. And boy, have we come so far. And ever so gently, you take your step and you find yourself going to the next, and then the next, and then the next. And you see up in the distance this beautiful portal, this beautiful angel cathedral calling you, a little cave, a doorway, a golden glow that bids you come closer, and come closer. As we get to this doorway, we can feel the flames of fire that's warming our heart, that's surrounding our body, that's clearing away our energetic field, clearing away any residue that's been left in our wings. And we feel them starting to spread. Thousands of feet, these wings are huge, beloveds. These wings are starting to spread because they are being activated, because they are so close to the heavenly door that all your heart wants is so much more. So breathing in and breathing out and feeling and seeing and at the heavenly gate, your guardian angel does await and comes closer to you, and there takes your hand, beloved, and walks with you to sit down at a very beautiful gate, a bench sitting right outside beside the gate. And your guardian angel infuses you with love and gives you a beautiful chalice filled with the fluid of love. And your guardian angel instructs you in the drinking of this fluid, so that this fluid saturates every cell in your body, rejuvenating, renewing, and restoring. We feel this literally lighting up our life and awakening parts of ourselves we had no idea. And our guardian angel whispers a little sweet message in your ear. Beloved, you have come so far. We love you so. We know that you know. Trust. And there, beloved, at this moment, perhaps your guardian angel has even a deeper message for you. Feel it now. Take in the resonance of sitting at the gate on the bench, having walked up the stairway to heaven, and having drunk of the elixir of love, and being loved by your guardian angel, who wants you to know how far you've come, and tells you that you know it may not have been pretty, but look how far you've come. And you can hear the celebration of those on the other side who are joyously letting you know that they see you, they know you, and that they will be with you from this moment on. The gate is not going to open tonight, beloved, because you are still needed here on the planet. You have so much work to do, so much love to share. Activate the miracles, and then earth below beware, because we will share with these miracle wands and with our new miracle essence. Standing there, you have turned from the gate. You are looking back down at earth, at that stairway leading down, and you have in your hand the miracle seeds, the celestial cells, the fluids that have been gifted through you. You, my love, can go down to the planet and spread your miracle wands. The celestial ones have gifted you with everything you need, you know what to do. So returning now to the earthly realms, my loves, knowing that at any time you could go up those stairs, you can go up those gates, you can be infused with love because heaven is yours. And honestly, it will not wait. Be infused with these miracle seeds so you can come back down and step into that miracle mastery self of yours. Activate and awaken that DNA so that you actually literally call these miracles to you. Yes, beloved, your way is clear. Yes, beloved, it is time to move forward. Literally, time for you to move forward. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Do it now because we only have the now. And your guides, your angels, they give you these messages because they know that you've been asking for them. And so take advantage of the fact that they are listening. We love you so much. We love you so much. We ask if you like this presentation, like us, like our page, comment, tell people about the work. I have today, day 7. We have 38 more sessions of miracle mastery training so that you can learn how to really anchor in this new way of being, this being a 10, and really anchoring in these tools together. So again, I'm your hostess, Joan of Angels. I'm just releasing the Oracle deck, Miracle Messages. You can get at Awakening Miracles 2018.com. You can get this deck, you can get the other decks, and you can join us for live presentations. Go and check it out. I think you like it. Nothing but love, nothing but miracles, nothing but us developing the skills within ourselves to call it to us. No more looking from the outside in. Let's look at strengthening us from the inside out. That's how we get and hop on this pathway to heaven. All right. This is Joan of Angels signing out. Awakening to Miracles 2018.com. I'm so grateful. Share it with your friends. Just breathe in your mastery because you are getting to know the masters of miracles who love you so. Bye for now.